What is up, collective? Welcome to my channel. This is the Blue Butterfly Mystic. I am Kate, and if you are new here, welcome. And if you are not, welcome back. Okay, I've been working on this message all day, okay, because I wanted this message to be undeniable for whoever it's meant for. And if the thumbnail brought you in or if the title brought you in, I'm telling you, this is a synchronicity, and you have, bless you, everybody. This is my new baby, Rosalind. Say hi, guys. She's purring, she's happy. If you clicked on this video, I am a manifestation of your consciousness. This is a synchronicity, and this message is for you, okay? Stick around, because some of this is going to be a little hard to swallow for most, but I believe that whoever this message is for is going to hear it, and they are going to understand it, and they are going to be able to move forward with healing and be able to work on integrating, okay? So I was receiving guidance. I've been hearing different songs all day, but the one that is actually going around and around in my head is Maniac by Kid Cudi. And specifically, it's the verse where he's like, I am the maniac, I am the fool. I found the monster in me when I lost my cool. It lives inside of me, eating what's in its way. I pour black spray paint on my windows during the day. I want to spend time with it. I think I'm losing it. Or I found it and I'm using it. I wear my shades at night so I can look in the abyss. I see something in nothingness, if you could picture this. He's talking about that monster that we feel inside of us, and we want to just bury it for the sake of peace and bury it for the sake of making others comfortable. I'm sorry, y'all. You're being crazy. Here, go out the door. Thank you. Anyways, so he's talking about letting the monster out, okay? And when I use the word monster, I am in no way, shape, or form saying that any of us are monsters, okay? We might feel like we have parts of us or tendencies or whatever. The ugly parts we don't like, okay? We all have them, okay? Excuse me. Confirmation. If you think that there is any person on this world that doesn't wish that there was something else that they could do differently, that there was something else that they could achieve, that there's something else that they want to heal from or do, baby, you're wrong, okay? We're all here on this rock learning together. Different paces, different speeds, different, some people aren't moving very much at all, okay? And those people are the ones that you shouldn't give a shit what they have to say about your healing. Okay? All right. So when I was trying to channel in this message, okay, I have been a very big fan of this deck, for a long time. It kicks my ass. And I appreciate that, because I haven't had a true, genuine, tough love person in my life, and I have had to learn to become that person for myself, to hold the mirror up to myself and be like, are you sure about that? Are you sure you don't need to see that from a different perspective somehow? Or you might want to, like, reassess the situation. Okay, Kate. So with that being said, I rarely completely shuffle those cards, like, as a whole, but today I was led to. And first, I want to talk about Nyx. Okay. Nyx is the queen of the primordial void. Okay. People talk about the void. Kid Cudi again. I will fall in the void, fall in the void. Notification. Thank you, Spirit. Just to avoid anything that can bring me down. The void is dark. The void is silent. The void is a place of creation. It is the womb of the universe, okay? It is also I'm hearing Spirit say it's a classroom to teach you how to sit with yourself, how to sit with your discomfort and not try to fix anything, to not resist a damn thing, okay? Not feelings of discomfort, not silence, nothing. Do not resist. Spirit wants me to tell you what you resist persists. I'm sure you've heard other readers say that, and it's not just a cute, like, tagline, okay? It's for real. I'll give you an example. Last night I was pulling cards for myself, and never have I ever been guided to pull 9+ goddesses, okay? And as they're coming out, I'm like, ooh, that's a scary one. Ooh, that's a scary one. Ooh, I don't like that one. That's deception. You know? And as they were all lined up in front of me, it was like gates, activations that I've been through with these different archetypes. And I was like, hold on. This one, for example. Please don't make me say her name because she might come down here and smack me. Okay? But I was going to attempt it and then I changed my mind. I thought better of it. She is the Aztec dark goddess of purification. Okay? And for some reason I avoided this card. And I didn't even know why. Spirit is also telling me right now that sometimes we are meant to not see things now. We are meant to see things later because it folds into our story or it makes more sense at a later time. Okay? I'm actually going to read this card because I learned something about her last night that I had no idea about. And I was so like, I cannot believe that I've been avoiding this card this entire time when I should have been embracing it, okay? Toxins tend to multiply. Body screams to purify. Release old habits. Cleanse, refine. Healed and whole to really shine. By the power of the dark goddess in me, protection in place, blessed be. Are you allowing things to fester or be swept under the carpet? Time to come clean and let it all out. I actually did not read this last night. I was researching with Google and ChatGPT, and so this is actually like smacking me a little harder than like I was expecting it to, like for personal reasons. But here we go. All right. Whatever it is you have been harboring, money troubles, ill health, dark secrets, must come out into the light of day before they do you any more harm. None of these things can be sorted out by pretending to the outside world that they simply don't exist. This goes perfectly with the message today. You cannot continue on this path and hope that it will all go away. Face up to your troubles now. Otherwise, they will only continue to have power over you. Take the first steps into the light as this dark goddess invites you up to the top of her incredible temple. From this wonderful vantage point, you will see the bigger picture. Allow this mighty goddess to give you the courage to purify the elements of your life that are causing you such dis-ease. Speak to someone, professional or otherwise, who can help. The foresight says, listen to friendly advice. Pay off your debts while you can. An unexpected pregnancy is announced. Don't put off going to the doctor. Your experiences will be called upon to help a friend. Take a walk on elevated ground, such as a moor or a hillside. The archetypal purifier of Aztec origin, this obsidian butterfly, damn, it is there, is a fearsome warrior goddess who ruled over the paradise world where humans were created. She was the patron of the day and of women and children who died in childbirth. To pass through her kingdom is to be cleansed of all ills and be reborn again. As a star demon, she sometimes did this by devouring people during solar eclipses. That's crazy because I was asking about solar eclipses yesterday too. Okay, anyways, the synchronicities for me too, okay? So, the reason that this hit me so hard was because, so this is Blue Butterfly Mystic, right? If you've been following me for a while, then you know that I am a sexual assault survivor. And so is my 11-year-old daughter. Okay? Trigger warning. Okay? I have finally, after 2 years, finished the legal portion, the criminal side of that case for my daughter. Okay? It is finally over. And through this entire process, I have evolved and transformed leaps and bounds. Okay? I thought that it was going to kill me. I thought it was going to kill me. Because the person who harmed her was the person that I thought that I was going to be with forever, for the rest of my life. Okay? They called him Pa, like dad, and we had a baby together. And this was hidden and kept from me. My kids were manipulated. I was manipulated into thinking that this whole person was one way when they were hiding an entire identity behind false actions. I don't know why Spirit is taking me here right now because I was not prepared to talk about this. Okay. I guess it is leading to this. Okay, so this is the Witch's Rune. Oh, Obsidian Butterfly. So during this court case chaos, I decided that I was not going to post any more videos here on this channel. I was going to kill Blue Butterfly because I didn't want anything that I was saying to be taken the wrong way or used against us in court, or any way, shape, or form color who myself or my daughter is because of my spiritual opinions, okay? Or because of my healing process. So I took the channel down, all right? And right before the case was over, and I didn't know that it was like as close as it was, I was like, you know what? I have literally earned these stripes. I deserve to still be able to work on my mission and help people, and to still be able to be who I am, which, archetypally speaking, if that's a word, is an advocate. I want to advocate for people. I want to help people heal. I have been clawing my way out of my own grave with blood under my nails, with tear-soaked face, with like the feeling that I belong in an insane asylum some days, because if I can find a way to help me, if I can find a way to claw myself out, me sharing my truth, my story, my drive, my will to study my own soul and the soul of the world, okay? It might help one person. If I can help one person on this planet, that completes me. Because that is what I was put here to do, to serve humanity and to help people heal, but not in the traditional sense. I call forward the rare archetypes that are deep feelers. They have been through very traumatic things. The ones who have become wounded in their self-healing as well as in trying to help others heal, okay? I give hard truth 101. It's one of my favorite things to say, because it's tough love. There are so many readers out here that want to fill you with hopes and dreams. I can't. I'm a realist, okay? If spirit had not proven to me, I mean, time and time again, and I have people that have been witnessing my transformation and witnessing spirit, like, showing out, okay, over and over and over again. Spirit's sometimes the only thing I trust, okay? I can barely trust myself sometimes, okay? I'm not a doctor. I am not a psychologist. I study psychology, and I find human behavior fascinating because it's so full of patterns, but none of us, it's like, what do they call it? Stupid simple. It's stupid simple how predictable human behavior is. And maybe that might sound arrogant to some people, but from my human experience, from this lens, dealing with the people around me, I was gaslit into not believing my own gifts, okay? Until an energy like this came, okay? I believe this is pronounced Hagalaz or Hagalaz. This is a rune that is coupled with the Scorpio. Okay, maybe you're Scorpio, or maybe you have Scorpio placements heavily in your chart. Also, something about the full moon. We have a full moon. No, we just had a full moon in Capricorn. Structure, culmination, manifestation. That was on the 10th of July. Anyways, so this card represents the actual word itself means hail. It stands for disruption, shatter. And I just want to like take a pause right here and say that disruption, not chaos for the sake of chaos, not let's go fuck shit up because we going to fuck shit up. Let's go have fun. No, 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 no. That is not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is sacred, okay? This is a sudden upheaval. This is a divine force. This is a truth that shatters your illusions and makes you question your entire fucking life, okay? It rips out what cannot stay anymore. And that is exactly what happened to me with this man in this situation that I was talking about a few minutes ago. I finally threw my hands up to Spirit. I was like, look, Spirit, I have done everything that I possibly can to work on this relationship. I started taking personality tests, studying psychology. When he didn't want to talk to me, I was writing in journals just to try to get him to respond, okay? Doing everything in my power. And I'm not saying this because I want pity or I need anybody to feel sorry for me. I'm telling y'all this because I understand. I understand the pain. I am not a reader that is out here that is going to give you advice that I haven't lived, that I can't speak on because I have no experience in it. I'm talking on, oh my God, a life of experience, okay? Let's get a little even extra personal, okay? As a very, very young girl, I was sexually assaulted by my father, okay? When my mother regained custody of me, she became a severe alcoholic well into my 20s, okay? When I was 17, I left home and I was staying with some friends so that I could finish high school. And during that time, I met who became my husband, went through an emotionally abusive marriage, and then a physically abusive boyfriend after that. And then this one, who just got sentenced to 15 years in prison, I was happy, y'all. I was happy. We had 2 arguments. And I loved him and trusted him with everything that I was. Everything that I had. My kids, myself. For the first time in my life, I felt like I could breathe. Like, that I didn't have to carry it all on my own. But I held on too tightly. And I was blinded. And I did not listen to my intuition when it was telling me that something was off. Something was wrong. He handed me my first deck of tarot cards. And it ended up being the thing that saved us. You'd never think. I don't care what anybody believes. If they believe that that's true or not. The reason that I came up with this channel was to help people transform, to help bring people home to themselves so that even after trauma, they could learn how to trust their inner voice and live life in a more fulfilling way. Sacred destruction, tower moments. The scorpion does not attack, it warns. Okay? It stings only when boundaries are crossed or when transformation is blocked. And that's another thing that was happening. I was ascending, I was awakening, I was having full on, I'm talking about the floodgates to spirit was like wide open, like a waterfall was falling on top of my head, y'all. Okay? And he was the only one that I trusted with this information. I didn't know who else to talk to. I wasn't close with my family. I was extremely isolated. And my transformation was being blocked. And there came a day when Spirit was like, hey sis, this train is leaving. And he's either going to jump on and put his damn seatbelt on or he's not. And I was like, but I love him. And Spirit was like, don't care. You got shit to do. And I was like, okay, Spirit Daddy, Spirit Mama. I am expecting the best. I almost died. Enough about me, though. I just want y'all to know that I get it. I understand. We were 25 minutes into this almost. Holy crap. Okay. I'm probably going to have to make a part 2. Okay. So, the person that I'm speaking to, you are at a silent breaking point. Your idea of self is cracking. so that the real you can breathe. The chaos that is happening is not happening to you, it is happening for you, so that you can see things for the way that they truly are. The sting of this scorpion is to liberate, not to punish. Okay? Everything that is happening around you is not here to destroy you. It is meant to free you from people, places, things, situations, behaviors, addictions, thought patterns. When the tower falls, it's like I literally see somebody sitting in the middle of rubble. Okay? 266 on the timer. It's because we needed a new perspective. Because the old tower was built on false things that do not match with the current frequency of who we are now. Okay? So, back to the void. Nyx, stop trying to fix. Stop trying to fix it. You are not broken. You are becoming who you prayed for every time you closed your eyes and you were like, God, please send me somebody who understands me. Please show me my soul tribe. Let them be able to find me. Let them see my light. Please bring me a partner that reflects the same unwavering loyalty and love that I have given so freely to everybody else. Please, God. Please, Spirit. Please, ancestors. It's not time yet. But that is not a punishment. You can't take a cake out of the oven early, because what will happen? It's either not finished in the middle and you're going to have a gooey mess, or it's going to fall down because it's not finished. You cannot ice a cake that is too hot because the icing will melt. You don't want to ice a lumpy, unfinished cake either, do you? Because it's not even finished. It has raw parts in it. And that's coming from a woman that likes to eat cake batter, okay? You cannot rush things. There are some things that happen that we don't understand until later on when we are reflecting. Dawn. The word dawn. 2834 on the timer. That word has been showing up. I just started or restarted Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yes, the series. Yes, I'm a nerd. No, I don't care. Okay. There are so many freaking moments in this series that I've been watching probably half my life. Manifestation, the magical terms, primordial, oh my gosh, it's so much. When I think it's season 4, I think the episode is called Restless. I think it's episode 22. And Tara is standing, it's the dream episode with the guy with the weird cheese. If you know, you know. She literally goes to hand Buffy a deck of cards that are illustrated very similarly to the traditional tarot. I had to pause this shit and take a picture of it and ask ChatGPT, what the hell is this? I ain't never seen a card like that. When my mind, my soul, my eyes, my heart takes notice to something, I look it up. I ask questions. I ask the hard questions. Because I think one of the hardest things, one of the hardest pills to swallow, is that we can heal. We can heal. If you want to take responsibility for your life, for your legacy, for your time, for your energy, if you have children or their children, nobody is coming to save you. The void is meant, 3, 4, 5 on the timer, for us to sit and rethink and recalibrate, to, I'm hearing Dan Cook, to see and assess the situation. Yes. To look at all of the tools that you have and decide whether you're going to throw them away because they don't work anymore, if you're going to fix them, or if you're just going to haul it all out and start over with new tools. Sometimes those are emotional tools. And sometimes they need to be built, and that takes time. And time is not linear in the man-made sense that we believe that it is. I'm hearing Spirit is pointing out a specific couple of souls that are constantly beating themselves up because they keep returning to the same situations time and time again. Let me tell you something. You are not alone. This life, time, learning is not linear. It is a spiral. And we circle back around to these lessons to gain perspective. Because you know what? Why not have Algebra 101 and then Algebra 102? Algebra, I don't freaking know. It builds on itself. Life is a series of tests that builds on itself. But you are never going to hear the wisdom of your higher self. You are never going to hear the wisdom of spirit or what you are supposed to learn if you do not rest, if you do not take respite, if you do not stop trying to fix things. 3309 on the timer, okay? I'm going to make a part 2 to this because this video was a little more lengthy than I expected. But if you come back to the following video, I'm going to give you specific reasons why you feel stuck, why it is partially survival and partially the way that your brain is patterned. And I'm also going to teach you that you can reframe your thoughts and the way that you think about things, and you don't need a therapist or a counselor for these techniques, okay? We are going to expose the lie that healing is linear and clean, because it is messy. It is chaos sometimes. Sometimes it is quiet, respite. Sometimes it is rest, and rest is not weakness. Okay? I am going to leave this here for now. 34:34 on the timer. The synchronicities are having their way today. Thank you, Spirit. If you have stuck around this long, if my words are touching you, if they are inspiring to you, if you feel inspired to share things that you've been through. And even if it's not things you've been through, if you have an encouraging word that you want to share with the collective, if you have something that you learned that is helping you, share it. Do not be afraid to be unique, to use your sword, to speak your mind, as long as it is in a helpful or respectful way. Somebody is dying to hear your truth, what you have learned, how you have healed. If you are not a part of our butterfly family yet, please subscribe, hit this like button, and come back for part 2 because it's a doozy. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.